All right, so let's talk about these other trades I took during the week. I only took 2 other trades, and that was on Thursday. As you can see, this was Thursday during New York. Didn't even stand a chance. It went up, hit that resistance, and then it rejected. So I lost that trade. And then I took another trade during Asian, and it was just no life to it. So on Thursday, it was pretty flat to me. So I lost Sunday. That was negative $200. And then I won. What day was it? Wednesday, which was positive. I won 400, but that made me positive $200. And then I lost Thursday, New York, and that would have made me break even. Okay. And then I lost Asian, so it would have made me negative $200 this week, which sucks. Okay. Like I said, June was a tough month for me. I was negative. The total month, the month total was like $400. So I was down. And then this month, we'll just have to see what happens. We are getting into the summer, so I never really traded gold during the summer, so I don't know what to expect. And like I said, I'm 172 trades within the strategy. Been trading it for like the past 6-7 months. So I have a lot of data, and from what the data that I've gathered over the months is, I was killing it those like the months before June, right? Killing it with this strategy. I'm talking about like some months with the 1 to 2 with a 60 to 70% win rate. And then like overall average win rate for the strategy was like 52%. And that is not like having a 52% win rate with going 1 to 2. That's all I could like ever ask for. So like that's why I stuck to it. So I'm winning 50% of the time, half the time, a little bit more half the time. And I'm also getting twice as much as when I lose. You know what I mean? So like I believe in the strategy, but I just think that like the reality of it for what people don't really express online to like new traders or people that are struggling to stick with a strategy is that your strategy will be phenomenal some times of the year or some parts of like, you know, your journey or whatever. But I do think that like we have to train our mind and our discipline to go through our strategy through the trenches. You know what I mean? Because when the strategy is all good, it's all good. You know what I mean? Like you love it and this and that. It's kind of like marriage, right? Like when the marriage is all good, it's all good. Like you're committed and like everything's good. It's easy to, you know, stick with things. But when stuff hits the fan and when things aren't going the way that you want, you still got to stick it out. You don't just leave the strategy and neglect it and then go on to something new. Because you can leave a strategy, go on to something new. It'll be all good for the first couple of months or whatever, or the first couple of trades, right? But then you're going to hit the trenches again. So I did that so many times with trading. And this strategy, I've actually have, with this strategy, I actually have about 350 trades with this strategy. But only with gold, I only have 172. So I really never neglected this strategy. I just changed the instruments with it. I used to trade this strategy with NQ. But my thing with NQ is that I feel like I would have to have a lot of capital to trade it the way that I want it and to have the stop loss size that I really want with it. And this strategy was stagnant with NQ for like a couple of months, and I just didn't like how stagnant it was with it. And it's not like I was losing a ton of money, but I just saw that like it wasn't performing the way that I wanted it to perform. And then like at the same time, while I was tracking NQ, I was tracking gold with the strategy too. And the strategy overall with gold across different sessions, New York and Asian, the strategy was performing, versus with NQ, it only really gave me leverage during New York, and it only gave me leverage only when the market was like trending, like really, really trending, and a uptrend at that. So I guess what I'm saying is, don't neglect the strategy. Try to perfect the edge within the strategy. Rather that is the instrument. Rather that is adding another confluence or whatever. You know what I mean? But at the same time, don't neglect the entire strategy, because every strategy is going to have its ups and downs. And then also, there's going to be some instruments that trade way better with your strategy than others. I could have stuck it out with NQ or NAS, you know what I mean? Or NASDAQ, whatever. I could have stuck it out with that. But that's the thing. Like, when you are testing out a strategy, use 2 or 3 different instruments with that strategy or whatever, like at the same time. You don't have to necessarily like take these trades, like actually take the trades, because when I was trading NAS in gold, I when I was trading NAS and gold, I was actually taking the trades for NAS, but I was tracking gold, okay, just to see how the strategy was performing across these 2 different instruments. And I also was doing some forex pairs too, just to see. But I don't trade forex, I trade futures. But I just like to gather data. Like, and I think as being a trader, you have to be obsessed with gathering data, because that's going to be your backbone. Okay? So, yeah, so that's all I'm going to say.